It's your last day in office after a 40-year career. Kind of just what are been your thoughts running through today?
I guess the cliche, bittersweet. You know, it's I've been looking forward to this day for quite some time. I'm very excited about retiring and what comes next. But you know, it's I work with a great bunch of people, and you know, I think I'm going to miss them, and certainly some aspects of the job I'll miss. I think it started with the fact that my father was an attorney for many years, and I used to go to work with him sometimes and go to court with him, and I was just really drawn to what he did and the respect that he received from people that he had contact with, and you know, it's he never encouraged me or discouraged me from going into law, but it just seemed like the thing to do.
Was there an aspect of the law that excited you? I mean, beyond that family connection?
Yeah, it's clearly criminal law. I mean, I'm not really sure why, but that's you know what I've always done. It's what I've always wanted to do, and you know, and I'm glad I did. I can't imagine having done anything different. You know, I actually started out while I was still in law school. I clerked with the public defender's office here in Genesee County, and while I enjoyed it, I think I realized then that I really belonged on this side. I mean, I've really liked working with the police. We've got some great local police agencies, and we've worked well together. And you know, I feel like we're doing something important, you know, in this office, and like I say, it's just hard for me to imagine working in the civil realm. No. I can't.
Why do you think that is?
You know, and there are people who we have at least one in our office now, you know, who has worked on both sides, and I think, you know, and people can do well. We've had a number of people in our office who've done that, but I guess it's my personality, it's my mindset, it's just feeling good about what I'm doing, and obviously our system needs defense attorneys, needs good defense attorneys, and I understand and respect that, but it's just not for me. Well, you know, we in this county have had, I guess, what I would call the luxury of being able to generally, I think, take a hard line on crimes that are committed here. So I think that there's certainly something to that. You know, I like to think that we've been fair in what we do, but you know, there are differences you see as you go county to county, particularly as you go into larger counties. They don't have that luxury and are not able to spend the time that is necessary to handle each case and be fully prepared and do it well sometimes. But you know, yeah, I think I feel good about the position I've taken over the years in prosecuting cases.
Do you think that the prosecutor's job is primarily one of getting convictions or doing justice, or are they the same thing or not?
No, I mean, no, it clearly is a matter of doing justice, and obviously that changes case by case, you know, depending on the circumstances and depending on the individual who's charged with the crime. But you know, we fully recognize that, and that is our goal. Obviously, different people and particularly people on different sides of the case have a different view of what justice is, but you know, we like to think that that's what we've been doing all these years. You know, we do. We do have a number of young attorneys. You know, mainly all young attorneys. It's been quite a change in recent years, and I don't know as I have one particular bit of advice or word of wisdom, I mean, you know, I really enjoyed working with them. It's one of my favorite things about my job is mentoring newer attorneys. And, you know, I mean, I was just speaking with our newest attorney the other day and just talking about the importance of preparation and how you can see the difference when you go to trial between those who are well prepared and those who aren't, and that can make all the difference. So I guess that's it, is be prepared. Well, you know, I am the first full-time district attorney in the history of the county, and we have gone from, before I became DA, everyone and all the attorneys in our office were, as we referred to it, less than full-time. And so I'm not going to say that the office was unprofessional, certainly, before I was here, but we've made a lot of changes, you know, starting with eliminating the idea of part-time attorneys, which I never liked. And so I think that is a big change. You know, so many things, as you well know, have changed over the years, particularly in recent years with discovery reform and bail reform. But I think, you know, we've kept up, you know, thanks to Genesee County recognizing the needs that our office has had in order to help with, you know, public safety. They have given us the resources that we need. And you know, I just think we've kept up with the times in all respects, and yeah, I like to believe that our office does a good job. Well, it's not, you know, I guess everything I think about like that it is maybe outside of the office, but certainly related. You know, I was, as you know, through the Kiwanis Club of Batavia, I was involved in the project to, you know, raise the funds for a permanent home for the Child Advocacy Center, and certainly that advocacy center is, you know, has been very important to me. And you know, I'm happy with what's happened there. It's a great place, providing great services to children in this county. So I think that's, again, I realize that is related to my work, but that's what comes to mind. I think for the service that the club provides to the community, particularly to children, that, in my mind, being the greatest example. And it's just been, you know, I've made a lot of good friends there. It was, you know, it was good for a lot. You know, I was a member for 27 years, and I always looked forward to going to the meetings and, you know, and like I say, doing things that I think were good for the community.
Do you think you'll do Kiwanis out in California?
I don't know. I don't know.
So,
that would be the case that I tried a little over 2 years ago, prosecuting the woman who hit and killed Connor Linsky in the town of Darien, and for a lot of reasons. Partly because of the senseless tragedy of what happened, and in large part because of how close I became to Connor's family. And you know, in 40 years of prosecuting cases, I'm pretty certain that is the only case I've ever handled where I offered absolutely nothing, which guaranteed it was going to trial. And that was because the family, mainly Connor's mother, felt that the maximum sentences that were available were woefully inadequate for what happened. And so, you know, I backed her up on that, and, you know, consistent with her wishes, there was no plea offer. And fortunately, the case went well from our perspective, of course. The defendant received the maximum sentences, and the conviction has stood up on appeal. So they have a scholarship 5-mile walk run in Connor's memory every year, and we've gone, for 4 years now, and it's a way to reconnect with the family, and I guess another reason it's it's been so significant for me is because of the appreciation expressed to me, by the family. I continue to be in contact with them and think I will into the future. I like to think that I will be relieved of some stress because this is a stressful job, and it wears on you. To do that for this long. My least favorite part of the job is the parts that don't really relate to being a prosecutor, and that is dealing with HR issues. In recent years, there's been a lot of turnover, much more than there was before, and between having to deal with those things and and HR problems, that's just something that comes with the job. It's not part of being a prosecutor, but it's certainly part of being in charge of the office. So those are the things I won't miss. Those are the things that make me decide in my mind what I want to do for my next act, what I don't want to do. What I'll miss is the people I work with, and also, I really enjoy jury trials, and standing up in front of a jury, particularly doing summations, and it was very significant to me when I had my last trial a few weeks ago, thinking that's it, So, and my relationships with local law enforcement, some really good people that I've worked some serious cases with. Well, it's funny because I was thinking about that this morning, and I remember reading and knowing myself, believing that you really should have a plan in place before you retire, and I've given it a lot of thought, but I haven't really figured it out yet. I have a general idea where I'm going to be, but consistent with what I just said a couple minutes ago, I need to find something to do that doesn't involve stress, is enjoyable, and where I won't be responsible for other people. Good
luck with that.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking like maybe cutting grass at a golf course or something like that, where I can enjoy the sunshine. But I know myself well enough to know that I need to be occupied. It's the way I am now. It's the way I am on weekends. So I just always have to have something to do. So I don't see myself sitting around. But I'm not exactly sure.
You're heading out to California.
Yeah.
You want to address that?
Yeah. Years back, I always hoped that my two daughters would end up somewhere near each other when they settle down, both for their benefit of being close to each other, but also for my benefit of only having to go to one place as opposed to choosing. And I was hoping it would be in a warmer climate, and it's happened. They're both living and working in Southern California, and so it was. Before that happened, I used to be troubled by the idea of, where am I going to retire? Because I knew I was going to want to get away from the winters, and I thought it was an overwhelming decision, but the decision became very easy once they settled there, and my brother and his wife and my mother are there as well. So that's where I'm heading on Monday.
Well, and you mentioned you're driving Route 66.
Right.
If you want to address that, it struck me sitting here thinking about it that you're literally riding off into the sunset.
Yeah. It's I'm a car buff, first of all, and so you have the whole whatever you want to call it, mythology or whatever, the Route 66 idea that I've never driven. So it's something I want to do. I've got books I've read about it, and it feels like the right thing to do. I mean, to me, getting on a plane and flying to LA now would feel anticlimactic. This is just an opportunity to sort of unwind, not be in a hurry for the first time in my life, and with no particular plans or reservations on the way, and just follow the route and see what happens. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. This is a great county. I feel very privileged to have had this career. I really do. I feel like I've had the best job in the world, and I'm very grateful for that. I feel like I'm going out on a good note and at the right time, and it's just overall it's a good feeling right now.